Hello and welcome to the channel. Presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Labour Party (LP), Al-Arji Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi respectively, were seen together for the first time since perhaps the signing of the Peace Pact agreement days before the presidential election. Both men had lost said election to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, president-elect, but have taken their cases to court to question Tinubu's presidential declaration. Both men were also once ally, as Atiku had chosen Obi as his running mate when he contested the 2019 presidential election, which he lost to President Buhari's second term in office. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Atiku, Peter Obi, Marking Day reunite in Bayelsa. Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Al-Arji Atiku Abubakar, was spotted exchanging pleasantries with the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, at the burial of Governor Seriya K. Dixon's mother in Bayelsa State earlier today. Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, who was also in Bayelsa to commiserate with Governor Seriya K. Dixon over the death of his mother, was spotted sitting right next to Atiku. Recall Peter Obi had defected from the PDP a few months before the party's primary to join the Labour Party, where he eventually became the presidential candidate and came third in the February 25th election. More surprising to see was Governor Seyi Makinde, a member of the G5 governors who worked against the ambition of Atiku in the just concluded presidential election. Seyi Makinde and the rest of the G5 governors all demanded a power shift to the south, a demand which seems to have fallen on deaf ears as it was met with stiff resistance by the leadership of the PDP. Many believe the defection of Peter Obi to the Labour Party and Seyi Makinde's G5 membership dented Atiku's ambition of becoming Nigeria's president in 2023, much more than the flaws of the INEC's beavers. Meanwhile, veteran Nollywood actor cum politician Kenneth Okonkwo has expressed optimism that the Labour Party LP candidate in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, will eventually become Nigeria's president. The LP Presidential Campaign Council spokesperson said the former governor of Anambra State will reclaim his mandate if the presidential tribunal lives up to its true bidding. While speaking during an interview recently, Okonkwo revived hope of a turnaround over the 2023 election outcome. If the Court of Justice will live up to its true bidding of being a court of justice, I will tell you by the grace of God, Peter Obi will be the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okonkwo reportedly quoted Section 134, 2B of the Nigerian Constitution, saying it was clear that any candidate who did not score 25% of votes in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) ought not to be declared the winner of a presidential election. He said it is up to the judiciary to save Nigeria's democracy by living up to its true bidding. Barring any last-minute decisions, President-elect Bola Tinubu will be sworn in as Nigeria's president on May 29, 2023. Recall that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had declared the All Progressives Congress (APC) candidate as the winner of the February 25th presidential election. In other news, meanwhile, the lawmaker-elect for Ebonyi South Senatorial District, David Umahi, has given up his ambition for Senate presidency. Umahi revealed this after talks with President-elect Bola Tinubu, who asked him not to run for the position. Umahi, who is leaving his role as Ebonyi State Governor and becoming a first-time senator, said he wouldn't try for Deputy Senate President. Umahi, while addressing newsmen after also meeting with the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, said, "My brother Akpabio came to consult with me. Yesterday, I saw the president-elect on his invitation, and he told me that he is already committed and that please don't run. I accepted and stepped down for my brother, Senator Akpabio. He is my consensus candidate. I also stepped down for him as the Deputy Senate President." Ali Ndume Senator for Borno South also mentioned that Akpabio is the president's favorite choice, but it is unclear which president he meant. Ndume said, "I am leading the campaign for Akpabio because he is the president's preferred candidate, and we have to put the interest of the country, the party, above any other interest." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Meanwhile, the coalition of northern group CNG has described zoning of the Senate presidency to the southern part of the country as unfair action against the North. Reports emerged earlier amid a tussle for the 10th National Assembly leadership that the president-elect, Bola Tinubu, allegedly endorsed the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, against the desire of the Senate President, Ahmad Lawan. Sources that spoke with the leadership on the outcome of the meeting between Tinubu and some party leaders at his residence in Abuja said Lawan moved to stop Akpabio's Senate presidency ambition. However, Tinubu reportedly insisted on his choice to support Akpabio as the Senate president of the 10th Senate. Defending the course to get the Senate presidency zoned to the north, CNG spokesperson Abdulaziz Suleiman said the Northwest should be considered for the position of the Senate president, given that the president-elect, Tinubu, secured his highest votes from the zone. Speaking during an interview with The Punch, Suleiman said since Tinubu is from the south, zoning the Senate seats to the same region would be unfair. He said, "Ideally, and for the sake of fairness and balance, the South as a whole should not expect the Senate presidential slot with the president-elect coming from there. I think we should reasonably be looking at functions here. The functions of the vice president are just nominal, which means the North might not be seen to hold a functional position just because it has the vice president. The next functional office after that of the president is therefore the Senate presidency. In this case, since the South has the highest functional office, the next, which is the Senate presidency, should legitimately remain in the North. Assuming that means anything, it will then be for the North to subzone the position to either the Northwest or the North Central." The CNG mouthpiece maintained that Northwest played a critical role in the victory of the All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the February 25th presidential election. The Northwest, without a doubt, was where the president-elect got the bulk of his winning votes over and above even his own region, the Southwest, Suleiman added. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.